My god, it's 25 degrees out and still this light-starved place is packed.
Honestly, we're surrounded by the living dead. Some people ought to sit down and address just where their lives are going.
I was just in before you, and at the unspeakable personal habits table one old geezer was talking in great detail about a colonoscopy procedure he underwent recently. You come in for a quiet pint and end up hearing the gory details pertaining to some old man's back passage.
There ought to be a law prohibiting the broadcasting of seedy personal business, same as there is, for what do you call it, insulting someone in public.
Hate crimes, yes. You can't freely slate people anymore or you're up on a charge, and about time too. Only good thing to come from the incident was the departure of two irritating catchphrase table attendees who were too disgusted to finish their drinks.
A new subscriber to the Unspeakable Personal Habits table member was sat up at the bar recently, picking the residue from between his toes the other day, sniffing it, then depositing it on the floor where people like you and me stand to order our drinks.
The sooner the angel of death decides to visit this place, the better. People coming in their bare feet. I've heard it all now.
Well, the man was wearing sandals, but all the same. Wash your bloody feet before you leave the damned house.
I was in here during happy hour one day and one of the scamming table scoundrels, Paulie I think you call him, by way of practical joke dropped a big toad in a fellow scammer's pint pot.
Transfer the man to the Unspeakable Personal Habits table now. How in the name of all that's good did he get his hands on a toad?
Fished it from a drain, I'm guessing.
This is what happens when you halve the price of drink.
And if you think that's bad, you better brace yourself for this news.
I should probably be sitting down at this point.
A transvestite in a schoolgirl's uniform has started drinking here.
A transvestite in a schoolgirl's uniform. That is the most disturbing image I have ever entertained. McKinley should rename this place the Hammer House of Horrors.
They were sitting at the bar, as bold as brass, when up crawls a creature from the bare biscuit-ass table and says, "When are you getting your holidays?"
Absolutely priceless. How did they get their hands on a school uniform that would fit them?
Made it her, him, itself, I assume.
Have you seen the new barman, all 3 foot of him? He lets out a shriek at supping up time that would wake the dead. A pale-skinned young chap. I took it from his accent that he's an albino Pakistani, but I overheard someone saying he was from Cork.
Cork is an accent and a half all right. I wouldn't mind, but have you noticed how McKinley has a selective way of deciding who gets late drinks? Watch him tonight. About 11:30 you'll see how many people have no drink left and yet they sitting there aimlessly in no hurry to get off.
Reprehensible behavior from the man who regularly snatches half-consumed pints from my fist. I've a good mind to protest next time he tries.
Hold your wish, there comes the buffoon now to collect glasses.
One of these days he's going to get it in there from me.
And I'll be right behind you giving it both barrels.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
One of the fat table just called for some crisps and McKinley says he had none left and wouldn't know when he'd be getting any again, if at all. Dispute with the wholesalers apparently. Branding issue or something.
Good Lord.
Good Lord is right.
What should we do? We always said the minute the crisps were done, we were done too.
We're not ones for going back on our word for 1 minute.
But we do have half pints left, in fairness. Ask him has he any nuts, and shout us another super.